In today's feature, we're going to take a look at football, but not the kind you might expect. It's table football, not the biggest of sports, but for a dedicated group of players here in China, there's nothing that beats the skill, passion, and excitement. Here's Mark Dreyer to tell us more.
A stone's throw away from the Temple of Heaven in Beijing, I've come here to the 2007 China Open Table Soccer Championships to find out who the best players in Asia are.
It has the action of ping pong. When you play in a tournament, you work up a major sweat. It has strategy like chess, or really more like speed chess, which is really, after you've mastered the physical abilities, it's really identifying what your opponent is doing and reacting to what they're doing. And also it has the technique of pool. There's many different styles of shots, styles of passes, styles of defenses. And it all comes together in a very exciting game.
Fred Gower still remembers a time when the winners of these competitions would drive home in a brand new Porsche or Corvette. But the Shanghai-based Canadian now devotes himself to repopularizing a game that was very nearly killed off with the rise of video games in the 1980s.
When I turned 40, for my midlife crisis, I bought a sports car and I bought a foosball table like I had done when I was 17 years old. And what I've been doing is schooling. The best players in China have been coming and visiting me for some private lessons, and we've been having a lot of fun.
I think he's the best teacher in China. Yeah, he showed me many different skills so that I know which is European style, which is American style.
When you're shooting, there's 3 dominant styles that have won the World Championships for the last 20 years. The first style I'll show you is the European style. And the European style is done by moving the ball a lot, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, before exploding to the hole. The next style is still around. It's the older American style. It's where you pull the bar towards you and shoot it on an angle like this. Because of that, it's called a pull shot. So the other shot you can do is a combination of the American and the European shot. It has the dancing movement of the European shot, but it has the incredible speed of the American shot. It's called the snake shot.
You might know the sport by the name of table football, foosball or babyfoot, or you might not know the game at all. But for the people gathered behind me in this room, there's nothing more important.
In Holland, it's known as tafelvoetbal. In Germany, it has 2 names. One is Tischfußball, and closer to Austria, it's called Kicker. It has many names, but how we know it internationally is by the words table soccer. The game was developed in Europe. The Americans fell in love with the sport when they were in Germany during the Cold War. And then from there, because so many people from around the world attend U.S. colleges, they fell in love with the American game there and exported it all across the world.
In fact, it's grown so much that this competition had players from 7 different regions of China, another team flew in from India, and 5 hardy souls braved the 2-day train journey from Mongolia.
It's quite popular, you know. Now it's more than 100 people plays every day football, table soccer. A couple of my friends, we're playing in clubs and pubs, so then we made a federation, you know. Mongolian Table Soccer Federation we made, so then contact with the Chinese Federation, so we come here and asked if it's possible to enter the tournament, and they said, okay, you're welcome, come here. So then I said, okay, let's go. I don't know, learning a lot of things is the best thing, you know. Learning a lot of new tricks, new shots, you know, new defense style, everything is good actually.
Like its more famous relative, the sport holds a World Cup every 4 years, with Austria the reigning champions. And while Americans and Europeans traditionally dominate the tables, the game is starting to find footholds around the world. Fred recently led China to 2nd place in this year's Asia Open.
It has just been approved by the IOC as a non-Olympic sport, which is the first step in something being an Olympic sport. I believe it's close to or has been accepted by the Paralympics as a sport for them. Whether the game is or is not an Olympic sport, to me won't change what I do.
Xu Peng is one of a handful of top players in China who moved to Shanghai specifically to study under Fred. And while they're great friends, the competition between master and pupil is fierce.
Before many times, I lost. But no, maybe I guess 50-50. Yeah. Yeah, and the last time I win. I think no, because I have more time to practice. I think a little bit better than my teacher. And his shot is very good, better than me.
I confuse the Chinese because I love China so much. I say that Canada is my mother, but China is like my wife. My hope is that one day China will win a world championship, and there will be an old man in the background proudly holding his China jersey from 2007, just knowing he was a small part of it.
The sport might not be making the Olympic programme anytime soon, but it's clear that in this corner of the world, the game is very much alive and well. Mark Dreyer, CCTV.